A very warm welcome to everybody on this fresh episode of Pharoscion Global promoting Make in India, Vocal for Local, as well as Atmanirbhar Bharat campaign. And in this episode, we have somebody, and I'm quite sure you must be like, oh, Nitin. Yes, we have seen him on Shark Tank as well. Yes, we have Nitin on board from Let's Try Snacks. And, I'm quite sure that this episode people are gonna enjoy it. Yeah, we will be talking a lot about his journey, contribution of the company, eventually how the company is actually impacting people consuming snacks, everything. I still remember in the pitch, one of the founders has said that taking inspiration from my kid wants to eat snacks, and where is the healthy option available. So Let's Try started, and what they have done so far is quite commendable. So in this interview, we will be discussing a lot about Let's Try and few concepts related to Make in India, Vocal for Local as well, so that Nitin can share his views on these initiatives as well, and obviously how the startup journey led and where exactly they are standing currently. Thank you so much, Nitin, for taking time and being available here. I'm really humbled, and I'm quite sure you must be quite busy, but still you have decided to be here and enlighten all of us, including myself, that how and what it takes to be where you are currently and the company, obviously.
Yeah, thanks, Rishi. Thanks for the welcome. And I don't know, most of the people will know my name or not, but definitely they know the brand name Let's Try after Shark Tank. And so it has been a great journey till now, and after Shark Tank, the thing has been flown to the sky. So yeah, we are trying to change something which has been going on since years, and definitely we have been able to achieve a certain milestone in last few months, and Shark Tank was one of that. Yeah, absolutely. And thanks for taking time out to appreciate our efforts.
Yeah. It's my pleasure, man, because I'm quite sure a lot of people really gonna learn from this interview as well. And I should be quoting that, I've purposely written it, Nitin, that your pitch ends with India की जनता ने हमें कहा है हाय, क्या आप भी कहेंगे let's try? Yeah, so yeah. That is one such punchline. It got stuck in my mind, and I was like, I'll be saying this in the interview as well, that इंडिया की जनता ने हमसे कहा है कि बुलाइए नितिन को अब अपने यहाँ कैंपेन में, क्या नितिन भी हमसे साझा करेंगे उनके राज इस कैंपेन में. So this is how we shall be forward. And
sure, definitely.
Yeah, and just for enlightenment of everybody, so Let's Try indeed is India's first seeds, nuts and plant-based namkeen combinations, and we shall be having a lot of more such detailed discussion on similar front as well. And just to begin with, enlighten me a bit about yourself. Obviously, just before Let's Try, that what you were up to, your upbringing, how you decided to come into the business, and how you made it so far.
So actually, I have been working into this industry for the last 15 years. I started my career with ITC Limited, then PepsiCo, Raymond, Future Group. So associated with this category since long, and I knew there is a huge gap if I talk about what consumer want at this point of time and what these brands are able to give them. So that's where I see people, even the big brands, are making same kind of namkeen for the last 20 years, 30 years, where you actually try to change your clothes even after next day, but you are eating the same snack since years, and there is no change. Even the ingredient, the quality of ingredient has gone down drastically with the kind of production is increasing. So no one is looking at giving the quality products to the consumer. Where consumer, so now if you see there are premium brand in personal care category which are growing drastically. Then there are any other people are actually shifting to premium products. But when it's about snacking and healthy products in terms of eating, you won't find anyone, because there are only few players who are dominating this market, and there is no innovation happening. So there was a big gap, and also we wanted to enter into the category. And we had a clear-cut idea that okay, that's where we'll be launching ourselves, and that's what the consumer need. And that and also there was a question mark as well, suppose people are habitual of eating the same product since years.
Yeah.
You also have question mark in your mind, once you're launching a product, whether it is going to be accepted by the consumer or not. Or we didn't have big marketing spend with us where we can push consumer to try a product. We launched our product last year only, and we were very skeptical whether it is going to be accepted by the consumer or not. But to our surprise, it was actually welcomed by everybody. People were trying our product, then they were referring to their fellow family member, then other people around, and through word of mouth, our sale month on month grew from 12,000 rupees to 30 lakh rupees in a month.
Wow.
So that's where we said that India ki janta ne hamare snacks ko kaya hai. So that punchline came from that experience only, where initially we were skeptical whether the Indian audience will accept us or not. The kind of range we have launched, it is seed-based namkeen, plant-based. Then there is dry fruit-based namkeen, which is quite on a premium side. Then we also launched mass range, which is being produced by big brands in India. So that's where we thought, okay, let's try, and it is really welcomed by the Indian consumer. And so that's how it is going now.
Yeah, so because I understand after Shark Tank, the needful attention people have got to know about the brand as well. But before that, it is very important that how really people accepted the brand. We pretty know that there are few great brands who are already serving the needful, and then coming up with, in such competitive market, coming up with a new concept altogether, and keeping in mind hygiene as the most important factor should be a challenging condition as well. So how did really Indians, and this question is in my mind since so long, that how Indians really decided that, okay, let's try this, because if it's good for health, why not? Because if I'm not wrong, if a food habit is created, it's very hard to change it. So how did Let's Try really achieve that?
So actually, as I shared with you previously, that we already knew that consumer wants something extra from their current, and even the pandemic has made people think about the healthy option available in the market. Yeah. But if I talk about any other brand who can do that, no one was there. Okay, 95% of the products are making same palm oil, use product, which is actually if you search on net, you will find there is no any benefit, but there is side effect of this oil, which is I actually see only one thing, that if you go to any house in India, even from lower class to upper class, you will not find palm oil is being used as a basic oil at their home. Right. But because people know that this will only impact them negatively. Okay. Yeah. Even if you go to any rickshaw wala house or jo auto chalata hai, आपको उसके घर पे भी palm oil नहीं मिलेगा, because he also buys some premium oil like soya oil, like sunflower, because he sees some value in it. But when it's about eating a snacks which you are eating from morning to evening, your kids are eating the same snacks, you are happily using the same oil and you are consuming it. So that's where we see that people are aware about the side effects and negative impact of this oil, but they don't have any option. And even if there is option available, the price goes really high. Suppose you find some brand which are using premium oil like groundnut oil or olive oil, their pricing will be 5 or 6 times. Okay, suppose you can try it once, but then you will again go back to the same product because you cannot pay that price. And Indian consumer are very price sensitive. So that's where I thought that even if some brand who are trying to do something good for the people, because of cost of distribution, cost of operation, they are charging so much high price, which consumer are unable to pay. So that was a gap where we came up with. I thought that let's enter into this category. Let's build a sustainable distribution channel. Let's build a setup where we can provide the product at lower costing with the 50 to 60% premium ingredients into our namkeen. And that's where we actually started our journey last year. And things were going pretty good. Consumer accepted it with open heart. and that's where we saw our growth coming up without even marketing spend, without any other extra related activities, like you're doing marketing, you're doing social media campaign, you're doing hell lot of activity. We were not doing that. But even after that, through word of mouth, the sales started happening. From 12,000 sales in March, month on month, the same store, the sales from 12,000 reached to 50,000, then 50 to 1 lakh, 2 lakh, then 5 lakh, and currently we have closed 30 lakh rupees of sale.
Wow.
So that's purely because of word of mouth, and that's actually that actually also show how consumers are trusting our brand, and that is actually played a very crucial role for us. I see that what happened with Let's Try. I would compare it. Recently one movie came like Kashmir File, which initially got 3.5 crore rupees of collection, but through word of mouth, no marketing advertisement, no big support from the backside, they managed to become a 250 crore company. So the same thing, the same kind of thing happened with Let's Try. When people started talking about us, they started referring our product to other people, and that has did really well for us. And having Shark Tank deal done, the word of mouth plus the brand image has gone drastically up.
Right. Obviously, and the success story of this organic growth, this itself is a proof that if you really have enriched content, enriched food products, or maybe in whatever industry you are in, if you have value, organically you will eventually grow. And obviously Let's Try is a proof of that as well. So then how much?
There are actually many things. I would say one thing. So quality was one thing which any brand can create. Okay, but making it available at at the price which consumer is ready to pay, it is really difficult. Okay, suppose tomorrow anyone can come out with the best product line. They say, okay, this is pure healthy, pure hygienic, but matching the right taste, matching the habit of the consumer, and with the right pricing, it is really difficult. Okay, so this was the biggest challenge for us as a brand. Creating a product which has 50 to 60% premium ingredients into it, and making it available at a price where consumer has to pay only 10 to 20% higher price compared to what they have been buying for years. That has been a trend. Also, matching the taste, what they have preferred, providing them a best quality products with the best taste was one of the difficult tasks which we managed to achieve. And currently our product has 50 to 60% premium ingredients. If I talk about a mass range or premium range, compared to any other brand available in India, we are providing that. But if I talk about the pricing of the product, it is hardly 5 to 10% on a higher side. So that was the biggest challenge which we managed to achieve. And behind that, there was a lot of effort, like how to maintain a distribution channel at a lower cost. Okay, where we won't be able to charge, we won't be charging any additional So I always believe that you have to run operation in such a manner where consumer don't pay for your inefficiency. Okay, some brand who are really inefficient in terms of reducing the cost down of their operation by providing the best quality products. That's what we have managed to do. We tried to become more efficient in terms of having a right operation in place, right distribution channel in place, so that we don't end up charging higher amount from the consumer. So that's where we worked upon really hard. We managed to reduce our cost of operation really down initially, and we managed to run a business such a way where consumer can find some values in the product. So that was one of the difficult challenge which we managed to achieve, and
So that's phenomenal, because in such short span of time, understanding that where it can be a roadblock and resolving it prior is itself an achievement, Nitin. So how much your life has really changed, like pre-Shark Tank, post-Shark Tank, you as a personality? I understand from Let's Try perspective, but if we talk about you as a personality, how much it has really changed?
I think I would say there was some impact. Okay, 1 or 2 days when I started getting calls from everybody around. They were praising me, praising the brand, and praising what we did. But after 2 days, it was back to the same thing. Even during Shark Tank, our actually episode was scheduled around 10th of, I think 16th episode was there. And I still remember I was sitting in my factory. We were delivering the Amazon stock. I was not even able to show the show. So we were so much occupied in the work, and later on I came back to home. We saw the repeat telecast, and that's where I got to know, okay, fine, this has happened. So in terms of initially it was there, people were calling and appreciating, but now it is back to the same. We are still on and working on the same things what we were doing previously, Shark Tank. But yeah, sir, certainly for a brand, it has been a milestone. People have started recognizing the brand across India. We get call from people who want our product in different part of India, like in Siliguri, people want us, they want our distribution, they want to be a part of our journey. So from brand perspective, it has been really a great thing. Okay. Personally, I have been doing the same thing what I'm doing after Shark Tank. So there is not much different. Only the call have started coming from the marketing team and number of call which I have started, kept on saying I'm not, currently we're not into looking at that, but everything is same after that.
That's really good to know. And you said that you couldn't watch it. I'm quite sure millions of people have watched, the episode, and I'm quite sure
I could see my phone because there was a online link was on my phone, and I was seeing, the time show got live. We were there on a show. My phone started, beeping. Once consumer is looking at your website, you get some update from the website. So I saw that within 5 or 10 minutes, 20,000 people were on our website and they were searching about us. So that was really unimaginable. Where only 1 to 2,000 people were visiting our website. Suddenly, within 5 minutes, 25,000 people were on our website. They were searching about us. They were talking about us. That was great.
Nitin, were you expecting this much of sudden surge on the visit of your website, or it was like it will come? But were you expecting such surge?
So, speaking, before us, there were many brands who came on a show, and we got to know some. We got to get some update from them that once you are on air, this thing will happen. And we were, so even before I think 2 or 3 days before we launched our new website, letstryfoods.com, considering people will search Let's Try on Google and they should be able to find our product. Previously our website name was earthtrust.co.in, but we actually changed that considering the Shark Tank season. So, and also it was a recommendation from Aman Gupta that instead of earthtrust.co.in, you should change your website with the brand name where people can easily find it. And that actually worked for us, because what happened, most of the people landed to our new website, letstryfoods.com, as compared to our previous website, which was earthtrust.co.in. And that feedback really worked for us. In case we would have not launched that website, we could have lost a lot of consumer interactions through our website.
So that is really and insights from Aman Gupta. Like you are one of the valued startups, I must say. So that deserves the attention as well. So can you describe what you believe is a typical workday in your industry and how you lead it? Your favorite parts of the day where you feel energized enough that yes, this is exactly, and a bit of least favorite days, or the part of the day, but you still have to do it as an entrepreneur as well. So enlighten us on your day and the best and least best part of the day, how you handle it.
So I think every day is coming up with some new learnings, and it has been after becoming an entrepreneur. Every day is bringing some new learning. Okay. And if I talk about the time schedule, now, previously I was happy when I was working. 10 to 6 schedule was my best time. Okay. Before 10 or after 6, I was not worrying about anything. Now, that has become my main problem, because suppose I have to discuss with any retailer, their time is over. After 6, they don't talk to you. After 7, they won't revert you. And that has become a really pinpoint for me, because there are a lot of things which we have to do, but we are unable to do because of this 10 to 6 time slot. So previously what I was liking, now it has becoming a bottleneck for me. Because now previously, even no, few hours were enough for me. Now even 24 hours are
Are not
not enough.
sufficient. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
There are a lot of work. Even I'm sitting at work 2 a.m. In night, early morning, and typing some mail to one of the customer. Then I'm
Yeah.
realizing, yeah, it is 2 a.m. I should not send a mail at 2 a.m.
At this time.
Just so I actually save it into my Dropbox. Then when I wake up in morning, then I again wait for 10 a.m. Okay, now it is 10. Now I should send a mail, because that's how, even if I have to revert to some people on WhatsApp, I see those messages at 1 a.m. in the morning or 12 a.m. in night. I say, yeah, this is not the right time, but I have to revert to these guys. But then I wait for next morning, then another work. So for me, even 24 hours is very less. But there are a lot of things which I'm really excited about. The energy doesn't go down. Okay, during this time, it actually, even from morning to evening, there is absolutely new learnings. Many irritating things happens, or many other things also happen, which actually push you more towards your goal. So
Absolutely.
that has been really a great journey. I think I would say what I have learned in last 15 years of my career. I think in last 1 year I have learned more than that.
More than that.
So that's
And I believe that once you are after a purpose, 24 hours doesn't seem like 24 hours, and you really carve for more. You like, okay, can I get it 48 as well? And even if you'll have 48, you'll be like, can I get 72 out of it? So
that's
I understand. And so, but how do you manage the multitasking? Nature of your particular position, and the very important thing which you should be enlightening to budding entrepreneurs, to entrepreneurs, that balancing between such indulgence of work and your health. Yeah. So how will you enlighten us on that front?
So I would say, either you have money in your pocket,
Okay.
or you are doing everything on your own. So I would say I didn't have money in my pocket, so I was doing everything on my own. So it was multitasking because of reason, because I had not I actually didn't have money to pay for the people who can do work better than me. So I was doing it on my own. So in terms of product development, in terms of designing, in terms of cracking new deals, in terms of business development, then ensuring a right process in place, right manufacturing system in place. A lot of things have been done by me, because I was not able to hire people, because I had to also ensure the sustainability and profitability of the business.
Right.
Where we can, because it was a bootstrap business, I cannot run the company at losses. Okay, I have to manage everything on my own, because suppose tomorrow I don't have money, no one is going to come and pay me for the operation to run. So I had to run things in such a manner where we keep on growing, we keep on having a working capital with us without burning enough money. So that's where the first thing which came to my mind is that I have to do everything. And then we started doing things, business started growing up, and then suddenly when we started seeing some profitability into the system, we started onboarding some people. Initially there were few members in production side, we increased the production capability. Okay, then we started hiring sales people on the front end. Now we are in touch with hiring one of the quality team member into our facility. Then we are thinking of adding some people into marketing side. So initially everything was done by me because there was no money. Now we are generating the money from our own business. Now we are slowly we are hiring people, and I'm just giving my work to I'm dedicating the given responsibility to the best people, because I know there are great marketing people who can do the best work compared to me. There are great people who can do operation better than me. So I'm just trying to handing over those responsibilities to them, and will focus more on business development, future of the company.
Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah. That's really good to know. And this is the question, the very last question of part first of our conversation. Like, if you have to pick a customer base, how do you really pick it? And is your customer base as like all the age groups, or you have fixed that it's gonna be particularly for kids, particularly for ladies, for gents, etc. So how do you really differentiate that as well?
So I say, Leicester, I want to become a brand where in a house, if there are four members, from the kid who is 15 or 10 years old, they want really healthy product, from the person who is 40 years old who want to enter into from non-healthy to healthy range, but due to their habit they are not able to do that. Plus to the people who are 70-year-old, they want something really on a healthy side, plus giving them the same taste what they have been eating up for the since years.
Yeah.
So let's try want to become a brand where in a house, if person has 10 kind of requirements, we will be there to fulfill that. So from extremely healthy to better than non-healthy products, we would be placing ourselves. Because currently you see there are one brand who are focusing on only chip, other brand only focusing on namkeen. We would be the brand who will focus on snacks for each and every kind of people. So that's the main vision of the company.
Okay.
Initially.
Yeah, that's good to know. And this brings us to the end of the part one of this interview. We shall be continuing with the rest of the questions in part two as well. Nitin, thank you so much, and viewers, do watch the second video as well to understand more about how company brings value to customers and how customers really give or show love to the company if values are there. Yeah, so we shall meet in the part two. Thank you so much. Cheers.